All right, we're in the finals. And we won the die roll. What do we got? Yeah, I guess this will do. Enthusiast into Chief of the Foundry. Not bad. Not quite as aggressive as I'd like, but I'll accept it. All right. So could be going head-to-head with an energy deck. Blue-green energy, perhaps. Three color. Fireweaver, well, Well, I guess the skiff's going to keep the enthusiast tokens at bay anyway. But I guess if my opponent attacks with the skiff, we'll do this a little bit slower than I initially planned. Not playing the island is a little bit strange there. Well, the Renegade's going to be a problem, I guess. Alright, so opponent does crew. Get in for 2. Alright. Well, the Renegade's a bit more of a problem now. Huh. What's the optimum play here? I guess just playing the Enthusiast. I mean, I guess I can play Enthusiast and Lookout. My opponent gets to ping the Lookout. Maybe they wait until my... Yeah, actually, you know what? They may actually just wait until my turn. And then I don't even lose it because of the Subtle Strike. So let's just make our servos and dish some damage out. And then play a Lookout. See if our opponent immediately uses Renegade or if they wait. And ideally, if they wait, it's a lot better for us. Alright, well, that's a lot worse for us. So we play the Chief, our opponent tries to ping a servo, and then we Subtle Strike. Alright. It was an odd decision to not... I guess our opponent can still ping. Alright, we're swinging with everything. I don't know what the double green pump spell is. Alright, this is fine too. This is fine. Guess the -1/-1 doesn't matter, but... Opponent kind of dropped the ball on that Aether Torch Renegade play. I mean, granted, we had the Subtle Strike in response, but we got a much better Subtle Strike now. I'm still very confused why they haven't played the island. Spark of Creativity? Alright. Well, at least they missed. So they're playing at least 4-color, and yet they refuse to play their island. Maybe they're playing 5-color. I guess it's possible. Opponent's deck is kind of confusing me at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, so we'll offer up the servos to the slaughter and play the genius. Sandbag the mountain. Wait a second. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on here. I mean, even hazardous conditions doesn't matter, right? Because isn't it like colorless creatures or something? Nature's way. All right, so you wanted to keep it so you could kill my chief. I guess that makes sense. That was a good draw. So let's rummage. So offer the genius for the wanderer, and my opponent takes 4, 5, 6, 7. Or do I attack with the fire weaver too? I guess we attack with the fire weaver too. It's a little bit dangerous of an attack, but it's a lot of damage potential here. All right, Edgecrafter, not good enough. So we get to win with Snarethopter. All right, there you go. The old 6-drop concede. Oh yeah, we have Oval Chase Daredevil in our deck. I almost forgot. That's actually kind of cool with... Nah, I mean... Yeah, it is kind of cool. It's kind of cool with Quicksmith Genius. Discard the Daredevil to then the artifact enters. But it only gets to enter once, so it doesn't quite work the way you want it to. But that's all right. Okay, so opponent is apparently playing 4-color. They never played that pesky island, too. What is that? What? I don't get it. And then they've got all these extra lands. We saw no splashes, though. Saw a lot of ways to fix for it. And some relatively good high-end. Spark of Creativity is very unusual. I haven't seen that before. Pyrohelix and Renegade are going to be real good against us. But this still seems like a winnable match, of course. So let's run it back. See, it's a little bit risky, isn't it? Because we don't have a black mana and we have a Night Market Lookout, but we do have a Fire Weaver. 3 black spells in hand makes his hand significantly worse. Built to Smash isn't so good early either. His hand is pretty dependent on drawing a black mana, though if it does draw a black mana, his hand is very strong, especially on turn 1. We get to go look out into a Subtle Strike, and that's a big beatdown. I think I'm going to risk it. I think a big reason to risk it is just the fact that 8 cards in our deck. There's a pretty good chance that we draw one of them, and even if we don't draw them, we have a lot of other things to keep us busy. Driving grubs. My deck could have used that. Ah, Spark of Creativity doing its job. It's not even that big of a deal, is it? I don't think so. I mean, Fire Reaver was going to let us shock our opponent next turn with the monitor play, but it's not even that big of a deal. Alright, I probably am just willing to trade monitor for grub at this point, especially considering my opponent hasn't played a second color yet. Hey, black mana. Alright. So now we can go Enthusiast, I guess. Yeah, it makes better use of the mana. Puts more bodies out there. We'll split it up. We've got actual servo value in this deck. Whether it be the Hunt Operative, Apprentice, Sky Skiff, Chief of the Foundry. Alright, so opponent finds their green mana and then gets blue mana. That was actually that was a good draw. So 3 combat tricks in hand right now is actually really nice. Means we can get by quite a few things. Especially with the Renegade being able to do some work as well. Whirler Virtuoso, that's a good card. So currently our opponent can only make 1. So I probably want to play the Swamp. And then we attack with these 3. And if our opponent spits out a thing, we can just ping it. So Thopter comes out, we ping, so it can't block. And then we, let's see, yeah, I guess we Subtle Strike here. Yeah, it's pretty good. So blue splash for Whirler Virtuoso. All right. So, I I think we just attack with everything. My opponent's kind of obvious block is on the lookout anyway, so if I'm going to have to play Rush of Vitality, I might as well just get in the extra point of damage with Renegade. All right. I'm curious what the black splash is for now. Blue splash for Virtuosa. We got that explained. Renegade. So, I mean, technically I don't have to waste the build to smash, I guess. I could also just attack with servos here. That way I still trample over. I mean, we can do the math on this. Let's say I attack with these 4. My opponent blocks the lookout, right? So they already lose 1 from the lookout attack, and they go to 10. Then they go to 9, 8, 7. And they go to 7, and I'll build to smash to keep the lookout alive. My other option is attack with the 2 servos. My opponent blocks a servo. I built to smash. I trample. I deal 2, 3, 4. That's less. Right? Or wait, is it the same thing? Is it the same damage but we drain? Yeah, well, same damage but drain. I guess we might as well build to smash. So let's swing with everything, and then we'll follow up with a Renegade. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually really interesting. Do I want to just build to smash here? Can not this. What if can I deal 7? I can take my opponent to 3. It may actually be in our best interest to build to smash a servo here. Because if I take my opponent to 3, they keep their Wanderer. Next turn, they at least go to 2 from this attacking. This is tough. This is an interesting choice. I might just want to keep my Renegade alive, huh? And just deal 4 to my opponent. Problem is, I feel like a big threat can change things, but I don't want my opponent to keep the Wanderer either. Yeah, this is tough. I'm going to forego some damage to essentially kill the Wanderer and keep my guy and follow up with another guy and be able to double ping. So there's a lot of pros to this. The con being my opponent's at 6 rather than 3, but they're down a Wanderer. I'm up a Renegade. It still feels worth it. And they're essentially at 5 life from the lookout too. I mean, I feel like we can just smash in back-to-back turns, even if they play a big fatty, and still be able to win just off lookout drain plus blockers or unblocked creatures. Do I have any other ways to get energy in this deck other than 2 Renegades? I don't think I do, unfortunately. It'd be cool to actually use the deal 6 damage to target player ability, but I think it's actually impossible in this deck. I mean, it's not impossible. I just need to play 2 Renegades and not use their ping ability at all. All right, Edge Crafter is actually a pretty good play for my opponent. We'll see if they fabricate. I presume they will. Makes sense that they would. Chief of the Foundry is a good draw. So, yeah, that's kind of the... So, I mean, we're going to have to ping the servos, I believe, right? But we get to play Chief. We get to kill servos. Our opponent's going to be at 1 life. They get to block the lookout. Take 5 total with the drain. And almost assuredly die next turn. I mean, we have 5 attackers. They have 1 blocker. They're at 1 life. This is going to be tough. I'm trying to think of all the things that would get my opponent out of this. They kind of have to board wipe. Okay, that gives them 3 blockers, which is still not enough. Four blockers, so they are dead still. They are still dead. Oh wait, they get 2 more, so I guess they get... I guess that was exactly what they needed. So now they can make 2 more blockers. And we drew a land. Alright, well, I think they officially got themselves out of the sticky situation, believe it or not. Yeah, because they're going to have 6 blockers. And I can't do anything about the Edge Crafter. Huh. Well, they needed a big turn, and big turn they definitely got. So yeah, if I ping Thopter now, they get to make 2 more Thopters, which means they have 5 blockers for my 4 attackers, which is more than enough. So they could block there, eat that, so that's not going to work. All right, yeah. What could we draw? I mean, we have Snare Thopter, Sky Skiff. Not a lot else, to be perfectly frank and honest. Oh, Night Market Lookout. We have 2 of those. Voyager. Yeah, that's a strong card. So, opponent's got the engine now. That's going to be a tough engine to beat. Okay, it's a lot of energy. So our opponent's going to make just a metric ton of tokens. Combo off on us. But we do have draws. No attacks with the Thopter. That's interesting. Oh, well. Problem is well, Yeah, I think we gotta... Let's see. So my opponent's going to have 6 blockers even if I kill a Thopter. So I kill a Thopter, I'm going to have 5 attackers. I'm trying to see if there's a way... My opponent's going to be able to get 2 more energy too. This combos remarkably well with this. I think we kind of got to go for it here. My opponent's engine is going to be... So let's see how my opponent blocks. My opponent blocks Edgecrafter on Chief. They block Virtuoso on Servo. Can they afford to block Voyager and Thopter? I guess not, because I can just ping one. And then they can block Renegade. Well, they have this up to ping too. I think I got to go for it. I don't see myself getting out of this little engine that could, especially since Night Market Lookout doesn't actually get me out of this anymore either. So we play the Snare Thopter, and I guess I swing with Renegade, Chief, Thopter, Servo, Servo. So I have 5 attackers. My opponent's going to have 6 blockers. This just does not seem attainable. I mean, I could stay back. But like I said, I can't win off. Yeah, I think we're going in like this. My opponent blocks like this. Like this, this. Ugh, this is such a bad attack. All right. The attack is too bad. But like I said, I think we're just going to lose to the little engine that could. But we'll get in with Snare Thopter. Yeah, this just seems... I think we've gone past a point of return here. Because I guess my opponent's just going to be able to smash back with Voyager, and they can just chump with the Thopter. Oh, they don't even have to. Jeez. All right. Well, we're definitely toast now. I'm really unsure why my opponent's just not spitting out Thopters. This is quite the surprising comeback from my opponent. It really did take, how many creatures total? 1, 2, plus be able to make 1, 4. Took a lot of creatures to stop us there. Didn't they have an empty board? Or did they have, no, they had 1 guy. And we had 5. And they were able to make 4 more in 1 turn. Wow, that is amazing. I mean, the good news is this absolutely feels like a winnable match. Bad news is I don't think we got this one. Although our opponent is doing this very slowly. I don't know why they're not just... why they refuse to just spit out a million Thopters. I mean, it costs 3, but then they get 1 back. So it really only costs 2. Plus they can just return it and replay it. And get 3 more or 4 more with the Renegade. Yeah, so unblockable there. I guess to defend against another Snare Thopter, but you have other Thopter. And then you don't replay it? I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. All right, well, this is disappointing because it would spell the win, but I'm trying to think if there's... Yeah, I could draw... Okay. If I draw another Subtle Strike. So I just sandbag it till I draw Subtle Strike. I don't get it. All right, no Subtle Strike. I can't even draw another Night Market Lookout because my opponent could just ping both of them. Maybe somebody knows the answer, but why did my opponent wait so long to do this? I mean, it's not like super long. It was only 2 extra turns, but why did they bounce the Imperial Voyager? Why did they wait to spit out the Thopters? Like, I'm just confused. I don't get it. Oh, well, they did it at the end of the turn there, but all right. If I had played the Lookout, they wouldn't have used all their energy. So I guess I'll kill a Thopter. I can't get any more energy anyway. Starting to run out of time here, but I can't play the Lookout because of the Renegade. I mean, it's only unfortunate because if I played the Lookout, my opponent wouldn't like if I can win if I draw another Lookout now. That's kind of cool. Oh my god. We really could kill... Well, I guess we're also like a built to smash away from winning. Yeah, oh, never mind. We don't have the built to smash. All right. All right, we did get the Subtle Strike. We could potentially win. Well, I guess the Renegade's going to be what kills us. We'll see. Well, I mean, we're going to make our opponent do it. They can just kill us with the tap deal 6. So we were just 1 turn behind on that. All right. I'm wondering if there's a way I can attack and maybe force my opponent to make bad blocks. But they have so many good blocks here. And they can just spit out 2 more guys. We're super dead. I'm pretty surprised we lost this one. Let's see. Block. The bad part is I don't really have a lot of time to fuss around either. Block those. Block. 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 Make 2 more guys. Yeah. I guess since we're dead anyway. Maybe make them spend a little bit of time blocking. Oh, they forgot to make tokens. Oh, they screwed up real bad, didn't they? Wow. Well, my opponent made a pretty serious error there. Probably because they were tight on time too. So, I mean, if they had played correctly, we absolutely would have gone to game 3 on that one. But, yeah. So there you go. There you have it, folks. There's a reason to play it out. That's why you don't concede. Opponent makes a mistake. I've been there too. I've made the mistake. So we put them in the spot where they had to play it correctly, and they screwed it up. They forgot to make their blockers the right phase. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. Some pretty intense matches there overall. And we ended up getting the victory. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.